basically. And in Japanese, this is called Kibisu Gaeshi. Well, that's a mouthful, isn't it? But Kibisu Gaeshi. Kibisu is your heel, okay? Gaeshi means to throw in a reverse direction. You know, like you're throwing backwards is what it really means, you know, so you're rolling them backwards. And there are a lot of ways, it's basically an ankle pick, okay, that's a good way to put it. There are a lot of ways to ankle pick a guy or heel pick a guy, and we're just going to show two of them here. So the first one, and one is you're grabbing on the inside of the foot, the other will be grabbing on the outside of his foot. You'll see what I mean when we do it here. So go ahead and tie him up. A lot of, like when we're starting like a Kuchiki Daoshi, dead tree drop, or Cuban leg grab, we're going to start with this grip. And so this is the grip we're starting. You turn around here so everybody can see that. See the grip Derek's got here? He's just got a nice back grip on the near side of Eric, and he's really trapping down with his elbow. That's a key element here, because he's going to use that arm to really steer Eric down. Okay. Now you notice he's leading with his foot, like a little outside stance here. All right. He's going to eventually drop to the outside. When he does that, he's going to just pick the ankle very low, take him right down. And you notice, key thing to remember here, when he pulled him up, he pulled him right to his far hip and put him right down in front of him. Because he wants him right in front of him, because guess what? He's in a perfect position, like we were doing Sambo or submission grappling, Jiu-Jitsu, Shingitai. He can go right into a straight ankle lock from there. And there's the submission. So it's a great throw, and it's a fantastic transition from standing to ground. So use it for both. Okay, so let's look at this again. Let's parse it out. Turn around so they get the side. Yes. Can everybody see this pretty good here? Everybody see this well? All right. This grip. Now again, there are a lot of ways you can do a 2-on-1 tie-up or whatever. We're just getting. Yeah, you can do that. But we're just getting a standard grip. He's got a back grip here, and he's got kind of a low sleeve grip here. Did everybody see that? All right. And he's leading with his right foot, and he's going to be dropping, when he steps out, he's going to step the outside. Now, look what he does is his head is driving right in to Eric's chest and torso. Just like when he was doing a Kuchiki Daoshi dead tree drop or a Cuban leg grab type thing, an Ashidori leg grab. That's essential there, because that's going to help just wheel him right over. Now, as he drops low, he's going to grab the ankle very, very low here, as low as he can to the ground. He's actually going to just scrape the ground with his fingers, and he's just going to lift them and just take it and step right into him. Now the finish was, did you see how Derek stepped into him as he finished? Because that puts him in a really good position to sit back and go for the leg submission. Okay. Now if you were just doing this in judo, you just throw him clean, and you'd have a nice position to throw him, get past his leg and pin him or something. But in Jiu-Jitsu or Sambo, we can really go right into a nice submission. So that's what we're looking for here right now too, okay? So it has a dual purpose again. It's a throw and a transition. So let's look at it again. And I can't stress enough, guys, don't just knock him down. You want to, when you take him down, when you throw him, can we do that again? When you throw him, when you step in, see how he lifts and he literally pulls. He basically straightens Eric's knee when he does it. Can you do this slow? Sure. And probably just turn around there where you can see there. So you can see when he, watch how he pulls that leg up and to him. See like that? Right up here, way up here past his opposite hip. Right into his armpit, actually. The better he does that, the better control he has over his opponent.
At the least, it should be on your hip. At the best, it should be on your armpit.
Absolutely, because it sinks it right in where you want it to be for the ankle submission. Okay, one more time, and then we'll let you guys practice. And again, we do Jiu-Jitsu and Sambo here as well, so we're going to be following through. I would like you guys to go and follow with a nice straight ankle lock from there. But if you were doing this in Judo, just do it Judo-wise, where you don't even go for the ankle submission. Yeah, there you go. You can go right past him. So whatever rules of the sport you're fighting, or it could be your preference is to get past his legs and pin it. That's cool too. So that is Kibisu Gaeshi. And again, it's harder to learn the name than it is the technique. But it's an ankle pick, it's a heel pick. And we're working on one variation of it here, then we're going to do another one in a minute. So let's practice that, guys. Okay? Let's go get it.
2, 3, go.
So watch. When we do this, when we come into this, when Derek enters the move, he wants to lower his level with his legs. Don't bend at the waist. That's a key point here. So if he bends at the waist, he's losing all his strength and power. He can't really generate any force to do it.
And I'm going to tweak my shoulder while I'm doing that, because remember, your arm is up there, right?
Yeah, that's not going to work. Now also, by lowering his level, he can also use his elbow to trap Eric's body in here. So when come on the outside here, so turn the elbow. So you can see how when he drops in, see how he lowers the level of his feet and legs, I should say, and that helps him. His head is in the right position. Look how he's trapping down here. He's going to bam. Okay. Now in all ankle picks, heel picks like this, there's a high and a low element. You want a high grip, you want a low grip. Your low grip is always as close as you can to the ground at his ankle or his leg. And the high grip is up here. So let's look at this again. And again, lower your levels with your legs and watch his high and low element here. See, his high element is up here. He's controlling high up on his opponent's body here. He's controlling low on his opponent's body down there. And you always have that good ankle picks or heel picks. Like that. And it's a pendulum, is really what it is. So the lower you drop your level with your legs, the more power you generate into the throw. Yeah?
Could you explain a little bit more about what's going on with the head? I just kind of picture myself doing that.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. We're going to drive into his torso, into his chest area. Turn around and face it. He's going to drive pretty much the side of his head right into his pectoral region here. That's a good question. It's a good comment. So when you drop and you drop lower, see now he's using his head. It's basically like, well, Coach Renee Pomerelle, that's your third arm, right?
But notice I didn't lead with it. So if I lead with my head, that's when it
That's
bends.
when you whack it.
Okay? Lead with your leg, because you're basically doing a lunge. And now my head didn't really bend anywhere, but it's still making contact. Okay?
Okay.
That will allow you to get underneath.
That's a good question. It's a good comment, because if you, like you said, if you lead with that lunge step, your head's going to be in perfect position to drive and use it to help tilt them. You know, just use it like a weapon. Use it like another arm. Keep one more time, just
shoulder and torso should make contact before your head does. Okay? Boom. Bang. Okay? If your head makes contact first, again, you're leading with your head and you're bending over too much.
And you can see how this is quite similar to like an ashidori leg grab, single leg grab, or what they call a kuchiki daoshi now in judo, is you grab, you see the Cuban leg, just grab. You can see how this is so similar to grabbing, grab higher up around the knee, just above the knee, you catch him with a nice Cuban leg grab, as we call it here, you know, but it's kuchiki daoshi, dead tree drop. But this is lower your levels, okay? All right, let's finish out this and we'll come back to one more application.